Atlanta has always been known as Black Mecca, a city where talent becomes influence and influence becomes generational wealth. But behind the music studios, business deals, and film sets lies another world that most people never get to see. The private world, the hidden estates, the mansions that show what power looks like when the cameras are off and the gates close behind you. These aren't just big houses. They are architectural statements built by men who changed culture, dominated industries, and shaped the identity of the modern South. From futuristic compounds to estates with their own lakes, from celebrity playgrounds to family fortresses designed for complete privacy, each mansion in this countdown reveals a different evolution of Black wealth in Atlanta. And as we climb higher on this list, the scale gets sharper, the stories get heavier, and the properties start to look less like homes and more like kingdoms. Let's begin. Number 10. The Starship Enterprise, Dallas, Austin. We begin our journey into the architectural stratosphere with a home that defies every convention of Southern design. In a city known for its red brick colonials and white columned plantations, music producer Dallas Austin decided to build something that looks like it landed from another galaxy. Welcome to the Spaceship House. Located in Sandy Springs just north of the city limits, this property is a physical manifestation of the creative mind that produced hits for TLC, Boys Why I Men, and Madonna. Dallas Austin didn't want a house, he wanted a portal. The inspiration for this home reportedly came from a trip to the Bahamas with rock legend Lenny Kravitz. Austin told Kravitz he wanted a home that looked like the future from a long time ago, channeling the futuristic visions of the 1960s. The result is a 5,500 square foot structure that has no straight lines. The exterior is a series of curvaceous white concrete waves that seem to ripple through the forest. The roofline dips and swoops like a lily pad, creating a silhouette that is instantly recognizable and completely alien to the pine trees surrounding it. Step inside, and you are transported into a sci-fi movie. The main living area is defined by oval-shaped glass walls that blur the line between the indoors and the Zen garden outside. The staircase is enclosed in a tube tower that spirals up through the center of the house, looking more like a pneumatic transport system than a way to get to the bedroom. The details are obsessive. The living room features a C-shaped couch that follows the curve of the wall, backed by sheer drapes that create a theater-like atmosphere. Downstairs, the vibe shifts from intergalactic bridge to private club. There is a black-walled theater room with a bar that features a window looking directly into the infinity pool. This isn't just a gimmick, it's a piece of architectural history. The house was designed by Michael Chiss, a man dubbed the Master of Maximalism, who understood that for a music mogul, the environment must inspire creativity. The home is so iconic that it has served as a temporary residence for the biggest stars on the planet. When Justin Bieber needed a hideout in Atlanta, he didn't rent a penthouse, he rented the spaceship. Lenny Kravitz has slept here. It has appeared in movies and music videos, serving as the ultimate backdrop for next-level living. Dallas Austin's spaceship is the perfect starting point for our list because it proves that in Atlanta, wealth isn't just about size, it's about expression. It is a home for a king who refuses to live in a box. Number 9. The Trap King's Palace, Young Thug. At the peak of his rise, Young Thug lived in a property that looked more like a creative laboratory than a traditional Atlanta home. The mansion on Roxboro Road wasn't tucked away behind long driveways or hidden in the suburbs. It was bold, visible, and unmistakably his. Inside, the first thing you noticed was space. Ceilings that shot upwards like something out of a cathedral, and marble floors that reflected the light from every angle. The solarium-style indoor pool became one of the home's most recognized features, showing up in videos, photo shoots, and social media clips that fans still reference today. The mansion wasn't enormous by billionaire standards, but it was designed for impact. Curved iron railings, dramatic stone fireplaces, oversized windows, and a palette of deep blacks and bright whites gave it the energy of a boutique art hotel. Every room felt engineered for both performance and inspiration, which made sense for an artist who rebuilt the sound of Southern rap. Even though Young Thug later sold the property, its legacy remained. The Roxboro mansion became part of the mythology surrounding his rise, a physical symbol of the moment when his music, influence, and lifestyle collided. It wasn't his forever home. It was his launch-era headquarters, the place where one of Atlanta's most influential modern artists shaped the sound of a generation. Number 8. The Wopster's Wonderland, Gucci, Mane. At number 8, we travel to Marietta to visit the home of the man who arguably invented the sound of modern Atlanta, Gucci Mane. Guwop, Mr. Zone 6, the Trap God. Gucci Mane's journey from the streets to the boardroom is one of the greatest redemption stories in hip-hop history. And his home, shared with his wife Keishia Kowar, is the physical proof of his transformation. Known as the Wopster's Estate, this mansion is a far cry from the trap houses of his early lyrics. It is a pristine, resort-style compound surrounded by nature and calm. The house itself is a massive structure, sitting on a sprawling lot that offers the kind of privacy a celebrity couple needs. While Gucci and Keishia are known for their flashy jewelry and colorful outfits, their home is surprisingly elegant, though still filled with next-level flexes. The exterior features a grand, castle-like facade with turrets and towering chimneys. But the true luxury is the water. The estate is designed around water features, including a massive swimming pool with fountains that look like they belong in a Las Vegas hotel. Inside, the home is a showcase of Keishia Kowar's specific taste, which fans know is all about icy glamour. We are talking about mirrored furniture, crystal chandeliers, and white-on-white decor that requires a full-time cleaning staff to maintain. The kitchen is a chef's dream, featuring double islands and top-of-the-line appliances where Gucci famously documents his healthy eating habits, a key part of his glow-up. But the most impressive feature of this estate is the closet space. Both Gucci and Keishia are fashion icons, and their home features dedicated glam rooms and closets that rival high-end department stores. These spaces are climate-controlled vaults for their millions of dollars in jewelry, sneakers, and designer furs. The Wopster's estate is significant because it represents stability. For a man who spent years in and out of the legal system, owning a fortress in the suburbs where he can raise his children in peace is the ultimate victory. It is a home built on resilience, a sanctuary where the trap god can finally rest. Number 7. The Riverfront Retreat, T.I. and Tiny. We move south of the city to the quiet, exclusive community of Lake Spivey and the Chattahoochee River banks. This is where the King of the South, T.I., and his queen, Tiny Harris, have built their family empire. T.I. has owned several properties in Atlanta, but his purchase of a massive riverfront estate marked a new chapter in his real estate portfolio. This isn't just a house, it is a private resort. Purchased for over $3.2 million, a steal in the Atlanta market for what you get, this 14,000-square-foot mansion is a beast. It sits in a gated community, ensuring that the Harris family can film their reality shows and live their lives without intrusion. The architecture is grand and imposing, featuring a brick facade that exudes Southern strength. But the real value is in the land. The estate sits directly on the Chattahoochee River, offering water views that are rare in landlocked Atlanta. The amenities list reads like a luxury hotel brochure. The house features 7 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, ensuring that their large blended family has plenty of space. There is a massage room for unwinding after a tour, a sauna for detoxing, and a full gym to keep the king in shape. Entertainment is central to the Harris lifestyle. The home boasts a massive home theater for movie nights and a wine cellar stocked with vintage bottles. But the outdoor space is where this mansion truly shines. It features a massive swimming pool and a spa, perfect for the hot Georgia summers. There is an outdoor fireplace for cool evenings, creating an alfresco living room that overlooks the river. The property also includes a guest house, which is essential for a family that always has friends, relatives, and producers staying over. T.I.'s mansion is a testament to his longevity. He has been in the game for 20 years, and while trends change, real estate on the river is forever. It is a legacy property for the man who put the Rubber Band Man on the map. Number 6. The Shacapulco Estate, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal doesn't just buy homes, he builds environments. His Georgia property proves it. Set on a wide stretch of land outside Atlanta, the estate feels less like a house and more like a retreat engineered for someone who lives in constant motion. The first impression is scale. Not exaggerated internet numbers, not mythologized square footage, just pure, undeniable scale. High gates, long driveways, and a footprint that stretches across the kind of land most celebrities never have access to in Georgia's growing market. Inside, the design leans into comfort and customization. Oversized entertainment spaces, dramatic great rooms, and personal touches that reflect Shaq's personality and his love for playful design. Outdoor areas feature a resort-style pool, and gathering spaces large enough to host entire teams, which is exactly the point. This home was designed for community, family, and celebrations. Fans online often call the property Shaqapulco, a nickname born from its massive pool and the entertainer vibe he brings to every space he lives in. Whether or not that's the official name, the energy fits. This estate isn't about opulence or excess. It's about creating a place where people come together, laugh loudly, eat well, and stay late. The exact atmosphere Shaq built a career around. His Georgia residence is big, bold, welcoming, and unmistakably his. Number 5. The Buckhead Europeans, Cardi B and Offset. Now we land to a mansion that proves the younger generation is ready to spend big. When Migos rapper Offset and his superstar wife, Cardi B, decided to buy a family home in Atlanta, they didn't look for a starter home. They bought a palace. Located on a private street in Sandy Springs, Joshua Buckhead, this 22,000 square foot mansion is a European-style masterpiece. It was listed for nearly $5.8 million, but the couple likely paid a premium to secure it. The house is massive. It features 5 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms. Why 11 bathrooms? Because when you are hip-hop's royal couple, you never wait in line. The architecture is imposing, with a stucco exterior, stone accents, and a roofline that looks like a French chateau. The front entrance features towering columns and double doors that open into a foyer with a double-curved staircase, the kind of entrance designed for dramatic Instagram photos. But the amenities are what push this mansion into the next-level category. It features a gun range in the basement. Yes, a dedicated space for target practice, which Offset famously showed off on social media. This is the ultimate security flex. The kitchen is a chef's dream, featuring 2 islands, stone counters, and a view into the massive keeping room with a fireplace. The backyard is a private oasis. It features an infinity pool surrounded by landscaped gardens and towering trees that provide absolute privacy. There are covered porches with outdoor fireplaces, creating a year-round entertainment space. The house also includes a massive wine cellar, a game room, and a secondary man cave space. It is a house built for a young, powerful family that wants to live like old money but play like new money. For Cardi B, a girl from the Bronx, and Offset, a local Atlanta hero, this mansion is the summit. It is the house that rap built, a 22,000 square foot receipt for all the hard work and hit records. Number 4. The lakeside legend, Ludacris. At number 4, we visit the home of the man who literally wrote the anthem, "Welcome to Atlanta," Ludacris. Chris Bridges doesn't just rap about Atlanta, he owns a significant piece of it. His primary residence in Fayetteville is a 22-acre estate that is widely considered one of the most beautiful properties in the state. While other rappers buy houses that look like nightclubs, Ludacris bought a house that looks like a resort. The property is centered around a massive private lake. This isn't a pond. It's a lake large enough for paddle boating and fishing, right in his backyard. The main house is a sprawling structure that blends modern luxury with southern charm. It has been his official residence since 2003, and he has spent 2 decades refining it. The amenities are staggering. The estate features a full-size tennis court and a full-sized basketball court. Ludacris is known for his fitness and competitiveness, and his home reflects that. He can host a tennis tournament and a basketball game simultaneously. There is also an indoor movie theater, which Luda, now a major Hollywood actor in the Fast and Furious franchise, uses to screen his own films. But the real next-level feature is the guest experience. Ludacris famously listed his guest house on Booking.com for a special promotion, allowing fans to experience the family paradise he built. He understands that his home is an extension of his brand, welcoming, fun, and top tier. The landscaping is immaculate, featuring walking trails, gardens, and expansive lawns where his children play. It is a home that feels like a sanctuary, protected by the water and the trees. Ludacris's estate is number 4 because it represents longevity and taste. He didn't just buy a big box, he bought a landscape. He bought a lifestyle of lakefront peace that most people only experience on vacation. Number 3. The Versailles of the South, Steve Harvey. Now we enter the realm of the Titans. Number 3 is a property so grand, so opulent, and so famous that it has been owned by 2 of the men on this list. Currently owned by the king of comedy, Steve Harvey, this Buckhead estate was formerly the home of Tyler Perry. It is widely known as the Versailles of the South. Purchased by Steve Harvey for $15 million, a bargain considering Tyler Perry poured millions more into it, this 35,000 square foot mansion sits on 17 acres of prime Buckhead land. It sits on Pace's Ferry Road, arguably the most prestigious street in the entire state. The architecture is French provincial on steroids. It looks like a European palace was airlifted and dropped into the Georgia forest. The front facade features a limestone exterior, a slate roof, and a motor court with a central fountain that could fit a fleet of Rolls-Royces. But the backyard is the showstopper. It features a 70,000-gallon Infinity Edge swimming pool. To put that in perspective, the average backyard pool is maybe 15,000 gallons. This is a private lake of chlorinated water. The amenities are fit for royalty. There is a lighted tennis court, a fully equipped gym that rivals a commercial fitness center, and a spa that includes steam rooms and saunas. Inside, the house features a grand ballroom. Yes, a ballroom. Not a living room, but a space designed for formal galas. There is a 2-story library, a theater that seats dozens, and an underground tunnel system. Well, maybe not tunnels, but the service areas are extensive. Steve Harvey bought this house to be the headquarters of his empire. He films his shows here, hosts his golf tournaments nearby, and lives like a king. But the history of the house is what makes it legendary. Tyler Perry bought it for $9 million, spent millions renovating it, and then sold it to an evangelist before Steve Harvey picked it up. It is a property that has passed from one black king to another, a baton of success passed in the form of a 35,000 square foot palace. Number 2. The Promised Land, Rick Ross. If Steve Harvey's house is a palace, Rick Ross's house is a country. At number 2, we have the Promised Land, the largest single-family home in the state of Georgia. Located in Fayetteville, this estate was formerly owned by boxing legend Evander Holyfield. Rick Ross bought it for $5.8 million in 2014, arguably the greatest real estate steal of the century. The stats are mind-bending. The main house is 45,000 square feet. It has 109 rooms, it has 12 bedrooms, and 21 bathrooms. The dining room table seats 100 people. Rick Ross didn't just buy a house. He bought a monument to excess. The foyer features a double helical staircase that looks like it belongs in the Titanic. The ceilings are coffered, the floors are marble, and the walls are lined with gold leaf. But Rick Ross didn't stop at the house. He expanded the estate. He bought an additional 87 acres next door for $1 million, bringing the total land size to 235 acres. He calls it the Promised Land because it represents the fulfillment of his dreams. He uses the land to host his massive car show, where thousands of people come to see his fleet of classic cars parked on his front lawn. The pool is the largest residential pool in the United States, holding 350,000 gallons of water. It has a swim-up bar and waterfalls. But the most next-level detail? Rick Ross famously cuts his own grass. He bought a tractor with air conditioning and a radio, and he mows the 200-plus acres himself because he finds it therapeutic. It is the ultimate boss move, owning the biggest yard in the state and maintaining it yourself. The Promised Land is also a movie star. It served as the palace for the film Coming to America. When Eddie Murphy needed a home fit for an African king, he didn't build a set. He rented Rick Ross's house. Rick Ross takes the number 2 spot because his home is iconic. It is the biggest, the loudest, and the most famous house in hip-hop. But there is one property that is even more ambitious. Number 1. The Studio City, Tyler Perry. At number 1, we have the man who didn't just buy a mansion, he built a world. Tyler Perry. While Rick Ross has the biggest house, Tyler Perry has the most ambitious estate in the history of Black America. After selling his Buckhead Palace to Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry moved out to Douglasville, to a plot of land that is almost impossible to comprehend. He bought over 2,100 acres of land. To give you a sense of scale, 2,100 acres is bigger than some small towns. It is a kingdom. On this land, Tyler Perry built a new mansion that is estimated to be around 40,000 square feet. But the house is just the beginning. The estate features its own private airport runway. Tyler Perry is a licensed pilot who flies his own jets. He can take off from his backyard and fly to Los Angeles or New York without ever seeing a TSA agent. That is a level of freedom that 99.9% of billionaires don't even have. The mansion itself is a mystery to the public, hidden deep within the woods, miles from the nearest public road. Aerial photos show a massive, modern classic structure with a lap pool that looks like a river. But the detail that cements this as the number 1 estate is the inscription. Engraved on the back of the building are verses from Psalm 91. "You are my refuge, my fortress." This estate is located just a short drive from Tyler Perry Studios, the 330-acre former Army base that he turned into one of the largest film studios in the world. Tyler Perry lives in a fortress and works in a fortress. He is the ultimate king of the Black Mecca because he owns the land, he owns the studio, he owns the content, and he owns the runway. He doesn't answer to anyone. His estate in Douglasville is not just a home. It is a declaration of independence. It is the physical proof that a Black man in America can build a sovereign state on his own terms. From Dallas Austin's futuristic spaceship home to Steve Harvey's Buckhead Palace, from Ludacris's lakeside retreat to Rick Ross's sprawling promised land, Atlanta's mansions tell a story that numbers can't capture. They show the rise of artists, athletes, creators, and entrepreneurs who built empires in a city that rewards ambition and protects legacy. Every property in this countdown represents a different path to wealth, a different chapter in the evolution of Black excellence in the South. And at the top, the scale becomes almost unreal, proving that Atlanta doesn't just produce stars, it produces dynasties. Which of these mansions surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more deep dives into the homes, families, and fortunes shaping Black Mecca today.